Then the next thing I'd like to talk about is I'm very curious about your project with the Blue Glacier then and now
Mm.
and a 40-year climate change project, and just wanted to dive into that a little bit to ask you all about it. Like, I know briefly what it's about, but I'd love for you to give your kind of synopsis and then talk about how does one start a project like that? Did it come, over time, how did that come to fruition?
A quick synopsis and what it is. It's a personal climate change story told in photographs. I happen to have been on the Blue Glacier in Olympic National Park in the summer of 1982, working in a backcountry trail crew for the Student Conservation Association. And I was obviously into photography at the time and took my camera. So I spent the summer not only documenting the daily life of a teenage trail crew, but capturing images in and around the glacier. My oldest son, Will Freund, is a documentary filmmaker, and he had made a film called Connected by Water, where he did a trip up the intercoastal waterway in a small sailing kayak from Miami, Florida to Norfolk, Virginia. That's like over 1,000 miles in this tiny little open cockpit kayak, but he was stopping in coastal communities and interviewing people about climate change and how the coast has changed in their lifetime. Because he's got a belief, and I completely support him in this, is we're only going to get past the divide in this society on climate change by sharing personal stories. Stop shouting at each other, stop throwing facts and figures, just share personal stories. And that got me thinking, what was my climate change story? I've
Mm.
grown up going to the coast. I love the coast, but I don't have a personal story to say, hey, wow, it was this way then and now it's this. And then it dawned on me that I'd spent this summer on the glacier, and I said, yeah, I bet you it's changed. And I did some research, and sure enough, it had changed quite a bit. So I made a decision to return to the glacier in the summer of 2022. So 40 years to the week, in fact. So same time of year and everything. And took my documentary filmmaker son, who made a film, and I got to put a plug in for him.